What's up guys, it's Globe here and welcome to another Call of Duty Ghost commentary video. If you guys do want more of these commentary videos, be sure to tell me down below in the comment section because I'll be greatly appreciated to do more of these videos maybe once or twice a week because it's a good kind of idea for you guys to know my opinions on different stuff that's happening around the gaming community. So if you do want more, be sure to tell me down below in the comment section, and if you do enjoy this video at any point, be sure to hit the like button down below. But as he said, by the title of this video and everything we're going to be talking about today, we're actually going to be talking about my thoughts on the PS4 actually becoming Call of Duty biased. Now, if you don't know, approximately maybe 3 or 4 days ago, basically a guy leaked out some information claiming that he was part of Activision, and he said that the PS4 is actually going to be Call of Duty biased. So basically what that means is that the PS4 is actually going to be the home of Call of Duty, which means that the DLC could come earlier on the PS4, because if you guys don't know, Microsoft is in a deal with Activision at the moment, and has been for a couple of 3 years. I think it was 3 years in general, where Microsoft basically paid Activision to release the DLC earlier on Xbox first and then the PS3 a month later. So it has been that way since Call of Duty Ghosts up to this point, and it could be changing soon. But at the start of this year, when Call of Duty Ghosts come out, they did renew their contract about actually Microsoft getting the DLC early, but no one knows if that's about the DLC getting earlier or if that's advertisements about Call of Duty. No one knows anything like that, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my thoughts on DLC coming earlier in different consoles and about the PS4 becoming biased. Now, if you guys know me, I am a person that does like Sony products. I do like the Xbox as well. I do like them equally. I do like both consoles equally. I do have both consoles, so you don't need to quote me on that one bit. So now we're going to be talking about my thoughts on all this DLC actually coming out on the PS4. First, a lot of people are going crazy saying that they actually spent a lot of money buying an Xbox just to get DLC earlier first. But the first thing I want to say is no one knows if this leak is actually true or false. I do kind of find it funny how some people are just actually getting all crazy and just crying all over this because they think Xbox won't get the DLC earlier first. Personally, I do like to see change, but not change like this. Now, personally, how I find when something comes out free or something is paid, I find that it should be equal. I do find that I do want both the PS3 and the PS4 and the Xbox One and the Xbox 360 to have DLC early at some time. I don't believe whatsoever that you should buy another console for $500 or so just to get DLC earlier. To be honest, I don't know why they do this, even though Microsoft does pay Activision to actually give out the DLC earlier. I don't want them to do that at all, because personally I feel that everyone should have it equally at the same time, because everyone does spend the same amount of money on the same game, and when someone does spend the same amount of money on the same game, they should have the same privileges as if you were going to buy the other console. And if you guys don't know anything actually about the Xbox 360, a lot of people actually bought the Xbox 360 just for Call of Duty in general, and that's more or less why Microsoft got in contact with Activision to get this DLC earlier promotion and to get actually all this advertisements done on the Xbox. And if you don't know either, and I actually did find this quite strange because I only found it out a few days ago, is that pretty much Call of Duty is made on an Xbox. Now, if you don't know what that means, it basically means that all the graphics, all the controls, and pretty much the whole game is made on the Xbox, is tested on the Xbox, and then from there it's ported to the PS3, which basically means they copy the same game files, copy the same, pretty much the whole game files, but they change all the controls to PS3 controls, and they put it on a PS3, and then it's tested over there. Personally, I have nothing wrong with that at all. Personally, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that one bit. I do find it quite odd how they do it on Xbox, but I think that's just Microsoft paying Activision actually doing that. And that's also the main thing about PS4 actually being biased towards actually having Call of Duty the main console on PS4, is the fact that no one knows if the PS4 is actually going to be biased towards the DLC coming earlier, or if it's just actually going to be made on the PS4 then ported to the Xbox One. Now, personally, we don't actually have enough information to see if the PS4 will actually be getting the DLC earlier. On the leak, it does say nothing about the DLC coming earlier. It just says that it's going to be the primary console and that Call of Duty is going to be biased. So in my opinion, I do find that when you do spend $60 on a game, either if it's Xbox or PS3, because they do cost the same amount of money, and I find that if you do buy the same game for the same price, I believe that you should get the same privileges as the other consoles because you're being left out and you did pay the same money. So personally, what I want to see is I actually want to see both consoles get the DLC earlier, because therefore no one can complain, and I just find it really unfair to have one console not get the DLC earlier just because the other consoles company did pay up for it. But personally, I do find it kind of sad how companies actually do this just for money. And those are my thoughts today on the DLC coming earlier. Personally, I want to see both consoles get their DLC earlier just because I find that to be really more fair, because you do pay the amount of the money that the game is worth. So personally, I want to see both consoles actually have the DLC earlier. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Call of Duty Ghost commentary. If you do want more, be sure to tell me down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Globe out.